right, you guys. Here we are. Live family workout. The family's not here yet. I'm early because I wanted to get you guys all set up and make sure everything is in the frame. Okay. All right, so I should be able to see you guys as you come on. If you're on YouTube, I will not be able to see you, but I will be able to see your head count. So I'll at least know you're there. I don't know exactly who's there, but I can see a number of people. Okay, but I've also got a live stream running on Zoom for my platform members. All right, so let's see. All right, here we go. And Taffy's still here, so she's gonna have to exit. She's in her little bed. Oh gosh. Okay, so the family's not here yet, but we got about 20 minutes until we do our live family class. So no props needed today, just you and yourself in a comfortable space. Okay, so just simple. We're gonna go simple choreography, simple work, except extremely intentional, right? So that's where the challenge comes in. I'm gonna ask you for that focus and that intention and making sure everybody's connecting on Zoom. Zoom's a little more finicky than YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, you probably got you just let me know. I think you can comment. Yes, you can, if there's anything wrong with the stream. All right, so the whole purpose of me jumping on a little earlier today was so that I have an opportunity to talk about modifications, what Pilates is, if you're brand new to the modality. Hi, Mom. My mom's on Zoom. Okay, so that's the whole purpose of me getting on early so that I can talk to both platforms and whoever's on right now, if you want to be extra prepared, because I don't get a chance to cue as specifically when we're on a time frame, right? I mean, 30 minutes. So I'm going to try to give you as much work in 30 minutes as possible with as little talk as possible. All right. So you'll have me in the main frame. I'm going to be on that yellow mat back there. Let's see my Zoom people. There we go. Yellow mat back there. The 3 other family members are going to be behind me. So you will be seeing me clearly the entire time. What I hope for you is that you can mostly listen to me and not have to look at me. But if you're brand new to Pilates, I understand that you're going to want to see me, right? So that's why I'm going to be there doing it all. Now, for 30 minutes, that's not a ton of time. We're going to get through about 8 sequences. Okay, that's the goal anyway. But you're not going to see me jump up and correct the family members behind me too much because I won't have enough time to keep you working, okay? So in some cases that changes depending on the class format, but today you're gonna be able to see me move through the work the entire time. Again, I said simple, but simple doesn't equate to easy, okay? So simple choreography, simple movement patterns. I'm going to give you all the fundamentals of Pilates. So you're gonna have a little bit of coordination today. You're gonna have a little bit of balance. Nothing is going to be extreme, okay? I will provide modifications throughout the workout. So if for any reason you're like, you know what, both legs can't go up right now, you will have the option to keep one leg on the floor while the other one is up, and then vice versa. So listen for my cues on that. Not always will I be able to show every modification, again, talking about time, right? But I will be able to speak to the modifications. You will see some of the family members taking modifications at times. I'm not exactly sure where it's going to happen and when, but yesterday in practice, they needed the modifications at times. So watch for that if you do need to see and I'm not showing it for some reason. Meet yourself where you're at today. I can't tell you how often I am told or I hear, I don't want to take the modification. I don't need to. I can do it. Okay. you need to meet yourself where you're at, because that's how we progress, and that's how Pilates works. Pilates never gets easier. You just are able to connect deeper and work harder. So that's what I want you to know, right? Taking the modification is not a cop-out. Taking the modification is a way that will lead you to progression without injury. And that's what we do. We don't want injury, okay? See, look, there's a family member already. There's a family member already. So, understand that modifications are not cop-outs. They are a way to meet yourself where you are at today and progress as you move forward. And if you're in this, if this is your first time starting Pilates, listen to your body, okay? You'll know what feels right and doesn't. I'm gonna cue you through what you should be feeling. So listen for that, okay? We drive and we work from the core. Everything is core focused in Pilates. So you will hear me speak to that, okay? Alignment is crucial. So I will talk about form and alignment. I want you to think about that first and foremost when I talk about form, because without proper form, you're not getting the benefits of the work, okay? You can move, and in some cases, you're gonna see my kids just move today, right? At their age, the intentional piece is not quite there yet. The mind and body connection isn't there yet. They're not used to this modality. So they're just gonna be moving through the work. And for that, for today and for where they're at, that's exactly what I need them to do, okay? My goal for kids, if you have kids practicing with us today, is that they just start to feel their body move, right? That we're just moving. That's the goal, right? Brand new year, brand new goals, but we only need to take baby steps. It doesn't need to be all or nothing, okay? You don't need to run the full marathon. You just need to get out on the track. So that's what I want you to think about today. And I gotta stay on track. That's what I gotta work on today. That's my New Year's goal, is staying on time. So that's the whole purpose. Focused work today. All right, that's what I ask for you. So if you have your phone nearby, that's fine. Can you silence the notifications, right? Can you turn off the TV? Do you need to shut a door? Do we need to put the animals in another room? You know, whatever it may be, to limit the distractions, because I'm gonna need your attention so that you can focus on that mind and body connection. That's a huge piece of Pilates, and that's where the work gets deeper and you get stronger. And you'll notice a progression if you're able to give me your focus, okay? And I hope that if you are starting your journey with me today, this is something that we can move forward with together, okay? I would love that opportunity. So let's see, what else? That focused piece is going to equate to intentional work, which is where you're going to really start to feel it. Because in a lot of cases, you know, like my daughter yesterday, she's like, oh, that's easy. Yes, you can move into that position. I know you can, but is it intentional? Are we finding the connection? Are we feeling what I'm talking about feeling? For a child, I don't expect them to hear those words, you know, but for an adult, for somebody who has seasoned through movement, has done other modalities, understands the benefits of exercise, you know, that's where the work's going to come from. I spoke about fundamentals of Pilates. I spoke about coordination. I mentioned balance. You're going to get both of those today. The mind and body connection, another piece of Pilates. The mind works just as hard as the body in a lot of cases. Okay, so no, that's another wonderful reason Pilates grows with us all the way into our older age. Okay, it can be so beneficial for the mind as well. You're gonna get rotation today. Okay, rotation is one of the fundamentals of Pilates. It's something that we try to incorporate in every flow. All right, so we're gonna work on rotation towards the end of class today. That's gonna be in our last sequence. We're going to work on mobility of the spine. That's another foundational piece of Pilates. So we're going to work through flexion. When I say flexion of the spine, we're going to do it in a plank. No, in a 4-point kneel today. So that flexion piece, you'll hear, when I say that, it's rounding the spine, right? So I just want you to know that if you're here ahead of time, it's something that you can listen for those words as they come up. Let's see, what else? If you want to take this up a notch, I was debating whether to mention this because if you are a guru, if you are a seasoned Pilates enthusiast, if you've done this before, if you like hard workouts, I understand. I have been that person my whole life. I urge you today to think about possibly taking a step back, okay? Think about maybe today we don't go guns a-blazing, right? We don't go all out crazy. We make it intentional today, and that changes the work, okay? So if you want to add weights to this, you absolutely can, okay? Grab a light pair of dumbbells, 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds. I wouldn't go any heavier than 3 pounds. Ankle weights or wrist weights are fine as well. Again, that's if you want to take things up a notch. But I do urge you, as the start of the new year, to make this just a really intentional and mindful practice. Okay, so maybe the weights aren't necessary today. Maybe we bring them back tomorrow. Okay, all right, so think about that. So really all you need today is your mat, okay? We're about 10 minutes away, so I'm gonna start getting the family ready here in just a minute. If you have questions, please do feel free to type them in the chat. That goes for both Zoom and for YouTube. I think on YouTube I can see them. You can see my finger. Oh, yes, I can. Okay, yeah, so feel free. If for any reason you have a question that I'm not answering or something I'm not bringing up, you just send me a message in the chat and I will get to it, okay? When we are working out, I'm not going to be able to manage the questions as well, but I will be here after the workout. So we're going to stick to 30 minutes, 3 to 3:30. At 3:30, when we're all done, I will stick around. So if you have questions for me or you need to chat about something, if you're on YouTube, you type it in the chat. If you're on Zoom, you can absolutely unmute and talk to me that way. If you just want to stick around and listen, that's totally up to you as well, all right? And then moving forward, right? If you're like, oh, I mean, I don't know, we haven't done it yet, right? But if you're like, that was good. I need this more. I have a platform, okay? I have a lot of workouts on YouTube. They're all various degrees of level and prop usage and either reformer or mat. I have a lot more on YouTube that are for the reformer than they are for the mat. But my platform, my on-demand platform, is both equal mat and reformer. I load 3 to 4 new classes every week. We have 2 live classes, one on the mat and one on the reformer. They are open to all members of the platform. And I offer the platform to you in a monthly subscription package or an annual subscription, okay? So if you're brand new and you just wanna try it out, the monthly package is the way to go because you get a 7-day free trial, okay? 7 days free trial. If you cancel before the 7 days are up, nothing is charged to you, okay? Now I am offering, and today is the last day. I've been offering it all the month of December, but January 1st, today is the very last day. I take it down tomorrow. It is a free beginner subscription. The beginner subscription gives you 30 days access to the 2 beginner programs on the platform. Okay, so you would have the entire month of January to kick off your Pilates journey, either on the mat or on the reformer. There's a beginner program for both. Now, when you sign up for this, all you have to do is put in your name and your email, and that's it, okay? And then you are launched into this beginner program. You have access to both the mat and the reformer. However, you're probably only gonna choose one unless you own a reformer at home, and you wanna be able to do both. I urge you to do that. The mat is very different than the reformer, and there are very big benefits to knowing both. But you can choose the program or do both that you wanna work on. It is a 10-day program. Each class is 30 minutes long. I'm pretty strict about that. I think the longest is maybe 36 minutes, and that's because I chat a little bit before and after. But 30 minutes, so just like today, no props, just you and your mat or you and your reformer. At the end of the 10-day program, you have an 11th class, bonus class, that is 60 minutes. It incorporates everything you've learned in the 10-day program, so it kind of ties it all up with a nice little ribbon, okay? If that is beneficial to you, right? And you're just kicking off your Pilates journey, that's when that whole program has ended for you, that's when you can possibly think about a paid subscription, right? But if you've just starting out, I urge you to take advantage of that today, because I'm going to take it down tomorrow. Okay? You go to my website, pilatesbyjesspfit.com. You go under pricing, scroll down. It is the last pricing package. It's called My Gift to You, and it is a free beginner subscription. So if after today's class, you're like, I could use this, I need this in my life, go there, okay? Go there. Even if you don't do it, there's really no harm. You get it for free. No strings attached. When your 30 days are up, the subscription cancels automatically. You don't have to do anything at all. It just ends, okay? If you want to continue, you need to pick an annual or a monthly subscription, okay? And with the monthly, I think you would still get the 7-day free trial. Don't quote me on that. Because I think even though you're signing up for the free beginner, since the monthly would be new to you, you would still get the 7-day free trial, but I'm not quite positive. I say that now, but I'm not, I'm not quite positive. But you'll know if you want to do this after, 10, 11 classes. I start each beginner program with an introductory video, what the core is all about, all the muscles that incorporate how the core works. I talk about that because the core is not just your six-pack abs. It's much more than that. It is 360 degrees around the body. It includes your pelvic floor. It includes your inner thighs. It includes your glutes. It is a lot. I talk about breath and how important breath and breathing are. You're going to hear me cue to that today. I don't expect you, though, to necessarily follow it, especially if you're brand new. I just want you to think about your form and alignment first and foremost, okay? That introductory video talks about the core, right? Then I have another one that talks about what I expect from you in the 10-day program. Okay, so know that I kind of give you a rundown, just like I'm doing now, really. I ask for your focus, your undivided attention for 30 minutes. And I am always available to you. That's the other thing. I'm just an email away. I have live check-in calls every month where it's open to everyone who's a member on the platform. I am there to talk to you for an hour. We kick it off with a 20 to 30 minute core-focused workout on the mat, and then we jump into a topic of discussion, and I open it up to you for your questions, your discussion about your Pilates journey, modifications needed, whatever it is, okay? All right, you guys. I am going to get my kids. I'm going to get, because it doesn't look like they're going to enter this room without me grabbing them. Okay. And I'm letting people in as we go. All right. All right, you guys, keep showing up. If you're on the Zoom call, I need to let you in, right? So that's the only reason there's a little hesitation there, but YouTube, you guys are all good. All right, give me a second. Let me get these people. All right, you guys coming? Okay, come on. Taffy, are you staying? I was like, I think I'm gonna stay. I will let Taffy stay, but the door has to close. All right, you guys. All right, so really quick, even though we got like 4 minutes to go. All right, we got my son, Jason. He's over the big tall guy in the corner. He is 12, okay? My daughter, Elle, she is 10. Taffy is 4. And then obviously my husband, we don't need to talk about his age. That's not as important. I wanted you to know the ages of my children because it's important to know that Pilates can be for everyone, right? And like I said to the people that joined earlier, hi Lynn, for the people that joined earlier, we are here to move today, okay? So I don't expect my children to hear all the cues that I'm gonna be throwing out. I just expect them to move. Hi Lynn, Happy New Year. Nice to see you. I got YouTube running and then Zoom running too, so that's why I'm sounding different. My livers are used to me in a certain manner. This is a little different. Oh, all right. So, Lynn, all you need today is just yourself in a comfortable space. Nothing special, okay? How are you feeling body-wise?
I'm good. Paul says hi.
Oh.
He went on a walk. He's doing a 6 miler today.
He's moving. I love that.
He is. Yeah,
I love that. I love that. Very
hi,
good.
Otto. Hi, Ollie girl. Hi, JJ. Hi, Taffy. Where's Skittles?
They were made to leave. The cats were. They were laying on the laptop, so we were. I was afraid that they might block us.
But Taffy's there.
But Taffy's here. I think if they stop petting her, she might go lay down. But I don't know.
Yeah.
We're gonna see. Hi, Shay.
Hi, Shay. I can't see you.
And my mom is there too, but I don't think she's gonna come off mute. Maybe she will.
Is that Diana?
Diane. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. I think you guys are my.
There she is.
There's Shay. And Brighton. Hi, buddy.
What's up, bud?
See that we got my kids here too. We're drag them in.
You're not alone. And Miss Taffy.
Who's now leaving? She's exiting the building. I was like, yesterday I said, oh yeah, we'll have the animals, but they really just are not behaving themselves. I think it's because we're all here. If it was just me, I can ignore them, but with the kids, it's a little too much. So I promise you guys, I'm going to keep you to 30 minutes. I promise. I have to.
So we'll be out about 4:20. We're doing a holiday walk of lights, and we have to leave at 4:30. So
excellent.
Nice.
Okay. That sounds very nice. Good, guys. Good. And Shay, I just was telling Lynn, I have YouTube running also, so if I'm a little different in the way I kind of manage class, that's why, because I got both going.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, scoop, so I can get my mat out too.
Shay, how's your back?
It was better, and now it's bad again, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, the travel. The travel.
Yep.
Yeah. Travel.
The trip back for some reason. I don't know.
Hi, Brighton. You look like you're so energetic today.
Thumbs up.
My kids feel, but I threatened them, so that's why they're standing.
Yeah, same. Brighton's like, he said, I don't want to. I said, I do stuff I don't want to every single day. Let's go.
I told them we would see Sonic if they did a good job and they tried hard. I said, you don't need to be perfect. I don't expect that. I just want you to try and not roll around and be crazy. So, we start the year with bribery in this house.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Are you ready?
Yes. Let's go.
All right. I'm going to mute you. And you can always unmute. You know that. I know my YouTube people can't unmute. But you can always type in the chat. Why is I lost my cursor. Hold on a second. Come on. Otto, this has been happening where I lose my touchpad. Can you see? Or there's my JJ.
So for a second, I think.
Now where is it? Oh, it's right there. But why is it not working? Is it just frozen? All right, you guys. I'm trying to keep you on track. I'm trying to keep us on track, but my cursor won't move.
Do we need it?
Yeah, I need to put them on mute.
Just go. Don't worry about it.
Just go. Okay. I don't know why it's so sticky. Okay. Well, now I lost my full screen. Jay, can you bring me back to full screen without the cursor? Let's see. I had some.
I don't know how to do it.
Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, of course. Okay. Well, Lynn, you're not muted, just so you know. I, for some reason, cannot take you there. All right, you guys. I don't know if I'm going to stay pinned. That's the other thing, because I need to pin myself. All right, you guys. I'm setting a timer because you know me. And I gotta keep us on track today. All right, you guys. All right, so you're ready to move for 30 minutes. That's what I need you for, okay? Just yourself in a comfortable space to work, and I got my whole family behind me. I got my daughter, Elle, my husband, Otto, and my son, Jason, okay? They're just gonna keep moving behind me, but you're gonna see me full screen the entire time, okay? We're gonna get a little bit of the fundamentals, of all the fundamentals of Pilates, a little bit of all of it, okay? A little bit of balance, a little bit of coordination, so just hang with me the entire time, all right? come to one end of your mat, all right? I just want you to find one end because we're gonna work the length of the mat. You're gonna see me side facing most of the time. Your feet, hips width apart, okay? Toes are pointed forward, that's parallel. Arms are long by your side. We're gonna find a squat. So you're gonna reach your sitting bones, that's the center of your glute. You're gonna reach your sitting bones back, and as you do that, your arms are gonna travel up and overhead. And then you're gonna inhale as you stand back up, opening up the front of your hips, okay? Exhale, reaching those sitting bones back. So you're gonna hear me cue, probably different than you've heard other modalities cued before. We're gonna move a lot slower than you would move in other modalities because I want it to be intentional, okay? Inhale as you rise up. Now as you find your squat, keep those arms going overhead. You're reaching your sitting bones, which means we get broader back there in the glute, right? I want you to keep your ribs in line with your hips, and then you come back up. Okay, 2 more. Find your squat. Inhale, rise. On your next one, you're gonna hold your squat for me. Okay, now I want you to make sure you're not too low. Booty is above knee height. All right, that's because I want your core to stay connected. Think about drawing your belly button up and back between your shoulder blades and keeping the ribs stacked over the hips. Okay, start to feel those legs turn on right now. On your exhale, you're gonna fold forward and bring your hands to the mat. Okay, now it might just be fingertips right now, but your knees are bent. All right, so I want you to try to get your hands to the mat. Now from here, we're gonna walk out on our hands, but we're only gonna go a little ways. I want you to walk out so that your knees are under your hips and you're in a 4-point hover, okay? Just hold right here. Your knees are about 2 inches off the mat. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Go ahead and put your knees down. Okay, stay right there. So this is quadruped. I want you to keep your toes turned under because now I'm gonna ask you to lift those knees back up. But I want you to think about your core lifting your knees. So on your inhale, you're gonna pick those knees 1 inch off the mat and hold. Good. Spread all 10 fingers out nice and wide because your palms are a nice connection point. They're a nice space of support. On your exhale, you're gonna tap your knees to the mat. Inhale, lift your knees 1 inch. Good, let's do that 3 more times. Tap and lift. Good, think about your core, picking up your inner thighs. Tap and lift. Good, last one. Tap your knees and lift. Now, I want you to lift your hips all the way up to the sky. You're gonna bow your head between your biceps. Okay, hold right there. This is a down dog. Can you reach your heels for your mat? Feel the stretch through the back of your legs. Okay, good. Now let's come right back to that 4-point hover. Knees are gonna bend, they come underneath the hips. Hold. Tap your knees 1 time, tap. Lift your hips up and back to that down dog, back to your down dog. Good. 2 more just like that. Come forward to your quadruped, knees under your hips. Good, let's tap and lift the knees. Now lift the hips all the way up and back. You've got 1 more of those, okay, 1 more. Come back to your quadruped position, hold it, tap the knees, lift the knees. Good, and reach those hips all the way up and back. Hold it, reach your heels for the floor 1 last time. You're gonna come forward to that quadruped position and put your knees down. Right, there we go. Oh, good job, you guys. First sequence done. All right, relax your toes. Your toes are no longer turned under, okay? I want you to make sure your palms are underneath your shoulders. So if you need to readjust something, do that. Your knees are underneath your hips, so your inner thighs are separated. Okay, now from here, we're gonna practice lifting our legs and our arms. So your right leg, I'm gonna ask you to lift that right leg up and back off the hip, but as you do that, can you keep your hips quiet? Can you keep them at the same level? Point your toe back there. Think about a strong leg reaching right off the hip. Okay, now let's bring that right knee all the way back to the mat. Good, okay, let's do that with the left leg. Left leg is gonna extend all the way up and back. Try not to shift your body weight to the right. Okay, keep it center. Think about that core connection. And then that knee draws right back down to the mat, okay? Now we're gonna go with our arms. Your right arm is gonna lift all the way up by your ear. Thumb up, palm in. Okay, nice and strong, like you mean it. okay? And then bring it all the way back down to the mat. Good, left arm's gonna go up by the ear, thumb up, palm in, hold it. Good, and bring it right back down to the mat. Now, you can keep doing that, or I'm gonna ask you to lift a leg and an arm at the same time. Okay, so here we go, a little bit more challenging, a little bit more coordination. Right leg and left arm are gonna extend up and out, so you only have 2 points of contact on the mat now, your right arm and your left leg. Hold it. Can you lower your left arm and your right leg to tap the mat? Tap and lift them back up. Lift them back up. Good, now pull them back down all the way to start. Good, guys, good. Let's go to the other side. Left leg, right arm. Lift and hold. I'm so proud of my family right now. They're doing such a good job. Hold it. Okay, lower the arm, lower the leg. Tap and lift. Good, bring it all the way back down. So good, you guys, good job. Okay, here we go. Let's back to the starting side. Right leg, left arm. Right leg, left. So we're learning our left and right. That's good too, right? Hold it. Lower the arm and leg, tap. Think about your core. Pick it up and bring it back to start. Good. Right arm, left leg. Extend. Extend and reach. Now at this point, you're lower and tap. You're starting to find a little bit more of that mind and body connection, right? A little bit more control. We got one more each side. Right leg, left arm, reach and hold. Now this time I don't want you to lower and tap. I just want you to hold it. Just hold it. Okay, I'm gonna ask you for your left elbow to come towards your belly button and your right knee's gonna come there too. So right knee, left elbow, they pull towards your belly button. This is balance. Inhale, extend back out and bring it all the way down to the mat. Okay, left leg, right arm, extend and reach, hold it. Okay, same thing. We're gonna pull the right elbow and left knee towards the midline, towards your belly button. Keep your flat back for now. Extend and reach, bring it back to the mat. Very nice. Okay, we're gonna level that up a little bit. Okay, here we go. So, right leg, left arm, reach. Okay, now instead of just pulling them this time to the midline, I also want you to round your spine. All right, so this is flexion. On your exhale, you're gonna pull the elbow and knee towards your belly button and round into it like it's a curl, like it's a crunch. And lengthen back out and bring it all the way back down. Nice job, you guys. Okay, right arm, left leg. So the other side, same thing, same thing. Now, if flexion is throwing you off, all right, just keep the flat back for now. Exhale, right elbow, left knee, round your spine, round them towards the middle of your body. Lengthen back out and bring it back down. Can we do one more each side? JJ's like, no. Okay, right leg, left arm, reach and hold. Reach and hold. Okay, here we go. I know you can do this. Right knee, left elbow, curl into it. Curl it towards the middle of your body. Intentional, right? Lengthen back out and bring the knee and arm down. Good. Other side. Left leg, right arm. Reach and hold. Good. Square off your hips. Square off your shoulders. Pull the elbow and knee towards the midline. Curl into it. Very intentional. Right? We're not just moving, we're thinking. Extend and reach and bring it all the way back down to the mat. All right, you guys, stay right here. Okay, we're gonna come into a plank, but we're gonna do it slowly. I want you to turn your toes under. Turn your toes under, okay? Now we're gonna find that little hover we did before. You remember that where we pulled our knees up? So we're gonna do that right now. On your inhale, you're gonna think about lifting your inner thighs up off the floor. Okay, so your knees lift. Yes, good. Now can you step your right foot back behind you and your left foot follows and your feet are hips width apart. Okay? Yes. Oh my goodness, look at those legs. Holy cow. We need to take a picture. Okay, stay right here. Now, you're gonna take one step down to your elbows. So your right arm is gonna come down and your left arm is gonna come down, and I want you to stay right here. So what we've done now is we made the work a little tougher. because we've got a little closer to the core here. All right, so stay right here. Make sure your arms are parallel. So you're not making a little tent and the hands are together. Keep your hands separated. Okay, think about spreading the shoulder blades away from each other. Okay, no, you don't want to be here. Just hang on with me. All right, you're going to drop your hips to the floor, all the way to the floor. Connect your hips to the floor. Relax your toes. Open up your chest and gently look up. This is Cobra. This is Cobra. Okay, you've heard this term before, probably from yoga. Okay, turn your toes under. And let's find that plank. You're gonna lift your hips, engage the core so that the ribs and the hips, they line up, they stack one over the other. Okay, now bring your hip bones back to the mat, relax the toes, open up the collarbone, open up the chest. Good, gently look up. Hi, Daisy. Okay, turn your toes under, lift your hips, find that plank. Find it and hold it. It's getting warm in here, huh? Okay, last two. Lower your hips. Open up your chest, find Cobra. Okay, we're almost out of it. Hang on, we're gonna do it one more time. Turn your toes under, lift the hips, find that plank, hold it. Hold for 4. Hold for 3. Can you lift up out of your elbows a little bit more? Last 2. Bring your hips to the ground, stay down this time, relax your toes. Now, you're in Cobra. Spread all 10 fingers out nice and wide. I need your hands to feel like little suction cups right now. We're gonna press through the center of the palm to extend our elbows. All right, now, if this is painful, open up your legs a little wider, okay? Because we need to give the sacrum, the base of the spine, a place to go, okay? Now you're gonna bend those elbows and come back to the mat. If that's uncomfortable, don't go there today. Maybe we only lift a ½ inch and then we come back down, okay? Inhale, press. Open up the chest, gently look up at the top of the wall. Exhale, come back down to your elbows. Good, 2 more. Inhale, press. So we're getting a little bit of stretching, a little bit of flexibility here. Mobility, right? Come back to your elbows. Good, last one. Inhale, press through your palms. Hold this one for me. Can you open up your collarbone wider? Okay, can you send your shoulder blades more down your back? Can you think about drawing your belly button up and in? Okay, last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Come all the way down to your elbows and roll onto your left side. Okay, so we're gonna go onto our left side. You're gonna lay all the way down on your left arm. All right, so my left arm is extended, palm facing the ceiling. I'm gonna put my left ear right on my bicep. Okay, now your legs are long. It's like we're standing, but we're laying down. Okay, so your legs are right underneath your hips. Your toes are pointed. They're all zipped up. And I want you to think about your hips right now. Are they stacked? So this is a balance challenge. Again, the core has to work hard to keep us in a stacked position. You're gonna wanna roll back. Okay, so I want you to try to keep that top hip forward. Think about your bottom waistline. Is it lifted off the floor? Now, you may not be able to put your hand underneath it, but I want you to feel a connection where you're lengthening out your top waistline and the bottom one, okay? That you're just lounging on the floor, right? We're engaged and we're strong, all right? Now, your right hand, you've got 2 options. I'm gonna ask for you to put it behind your head. If that is too challenging and you feel like you're rolling forward and back and you just can't control it, put the right hand right in front of your chest, okay? That is not a cop-out, that's a modification, okay? So meet yourself where you're at today. Find your position and stay right there. We're gonna start with the right leg lifting. So the top leg is gonna lift and lower. Somebody's watch is talking to us. Good, right leg is gonna lift and lower. Now I don't want you to lift that right leg too high, because what happens when you lift too high is that we fall out of alignment. The bottom waistline will collapse, right? We might start to roll back and this top leg goes into external rotation. So we're getting deeper range of motion, but we're losing form. Okay, and I don't want you to lose that. I want you to keep that top leg in parallel. It's a lift, nothing else changes, and lower. Good, last one. Lift and lower. Now we're gonna add to this. As you lift that leg, I'm also gonna ask you to curl through the top waistline. So you're gonna bring your elbow towards your hip. as you lift that leg and come back to neutral. Okay, curl and lift, come back to neutral. So now we're getting side flexion, okay? A curling of that right waistline. You're gonna feel engagement on that part of the core, right? Those transverse abdominal muscles. Good, curl and lengthen. Good, last 3. Curl, I'm gonna ask you to hold the last one, all right? So if you're still trying to find balance, take your time, think about that mind and muscle connection, maybe take one piece out of it. If this is too much, both happening at the same time. Hold your next one, hold it. Okay, now from here, I want you to take your right foot, that's the foot lifted in the air. You're gonna flex the foot and you're gonna point the toe. Flex and point, hold your curl. Flex and point, good. Flex and point, last 2. Flex and point, ankle mobility. Flex and point, give me one more. Flex and point, and come all the way down. Do you feel that top hip a little bit? Roll onto your back. Okay, so a little bit of everything today. We're getting a little bit of everything in all the different positions so you can really get a good idea of what Pilates is all about. Okay, you're on your back now. Knees are bent, feet and knees are hips width apart, so those inner thighs are separated. Your arms are long by your side, okay? So I'm gonna start you off in a really simple bridge right here. Okay, all I want you to do is lift those hips up towards the sky, opening up the front of your seat crease where the leg meets the hip. You're just gonna open that up, that's your goal. You're gonna feel the glutes engage, but I want you to think more about opening the front of the pelvis, okay? And then you're gonna lower. Now as you do this, think about that connection in your back, from shoulder blade to shoulder blade. That should feel like a nice even connection. You could draw a line between each shoulder blade, nice and straight, and it's connected and stable. Your arms are long by your side for support, but if you want to make this more challenging, you can lift your arms up towards the ceiling. So you have no support from the upper body, okay? And lower. Excellent. Good. Last 3. Lift. You'll feel your hamstrings. You'll feel your glutes. Okay, I want you to make sure you're keeping all 10 toes on the floor so you have a full foot connection. Good. Last one, you're going to hold this one up there. I just want you to feel all those connection points. Feel the big toe. Feel the pinky toe. The center of the heel. Good. The engagement of the hamstrings, the engagement of the glutes. The quads are lengthening. Good. You're here for 4. Last 3. Last 2. And come all the way back down with your hips. Now keep your arms up if they're up already. If not, now you're going to bring your arms up. Okay, right over the chest, palms in. We're going to do the same thing we did on our hands and knees, but now we're on our back. So this is dead bug, okay? Thank goodness, not a real dead bug. Okay, we're going to start real simple. So I want you to take your right leg and bring it up and over your hip. Right leg comes up and over your hip. Hold. Good. Stay right there. Now, your right foot, I want you to flex it so it's nice and strong. That's going to help us get into the back of the leg a little bit more. So flex that right foot nice and strong. Now, I want you to make sure the right knee is directly over your hip. Not over your belly button. That's going to be easier to hold up. Okay? And not extended past your hip. Okay? There you're going to find some shortening of the low back. So I want you to get that femur, top of your thigh bone, right into the pelvis by keeping it over the hip. Okay? Let's put the right foot down. Okay, now let's do the same thing with the left. Left knee comes up, flex that foot strong. Okay, now manage it again. Where is it? Is it over your hip? Is your shin and your calf parallel to the floor? So I don't want you to let your foot hang like this. I want you to keep a 90-degree bend at the back of your knee. Okay, and we're going to bring that foot right back down. Okay, now I'm going to ask you to level this up again. You can keep doing that. Or we're going to go both legs. So here we go. Right leg's going to come up, hold it. Okay, left leg's going to come up and hold it. Now right away you will know if this is too much or not. If you are shortening the low back, in other words, if your ribs are opening up and you're getting a rainbow in your low back, this is too much today. So I want you to put your left foot back down on the floor. Okay, You're always gonna have one foot on the floor if this is too much, okay? All right, so here we are in tabletop. Your right leg is gonna extend all the way out. So you're gonna extend it all the way off the hip. Now the lower you go with the leg, the more challenging. Higher up, less challenging. Okay, so know that in your body. Manage your ribs, manage your spine. Okay, now bring that right knee back. Yes, okay. Now if you've got one foot on the ground, you're doing the same thing, right? Just one foot's on the ground. We're gonna go to the other side. So if you need to put your right foot on the ground now, you can. Left leg extends off the hip. Left leg extends and hold it. Left leg extends and hold it. Good. Bring it back. All right, we're going up a notch again. Are you ready? Right leg's gonna extend and left arm is gonna go overhead. So just like when we are on our hands and knees. Hi, JJ. Right leg, left arm. Do you feel a little shake? Pull it back. I want you to start to feel that shake. You're gonna feel it because the core is managing long levers, okay? Long limbs. Left leg, right arm. Now remember, you can have your right foot on the ground if you need that support today, okay? And then bring it back to start. Let's keep going. Right leg, left arm. Right leg, left arm. Hold it. Find that little shake. Keep your left arm above your ear. Come back to center. Good. Left leg, right arm. Keep that right arm above your ear when you take it overhead. Okay, it keeps your ribs closed. And then bring it back to start. Good. Right leg, left arm. Find it and hold it. Good. Find that core connection and bring it back. I want you to think about your core this entire time we work. You're looking straight up at the ceiling. Left leg, right arm. Good. Exhale, bring it back. You've got two more each side, okay? Right leg, left arm. You can do this. You can do this. Okay? Bring it all the way back. Good. Left leg, right arm. Our next one's going to be a hold, okay? So let's come back to center. Now, right leg, left arm, and I want you to hold it a little longer this time. Right leg, left arm, hold. Okay, now, remember that point and flex of the foot? We're going to do it with that right foot. You're going to point the toe and flex the foot. Point the toe, flex the foot. 4 more. Point and flex. You can do this. If you need to put your left leg on the ground, you can do that. Last 2. Point and flex. Last 1. Point and flex and pull it back to start. Yeah, all right, let's do that other side. Last time. Left leg, right arm. Reach and hold. Reach and hold. Okay? Point the left toe, flex the foot. Good. Point and flex. Very good. Keep breathing. Point and flex. No holding your breath. 3 more. Point and flex. Your breath is a huge piece of this. I'm not cueing too much breath today because that gets a little more advanced. Last one. Point and flex and pull it back to start. And bring your elbows and your feet back to the floor. Guys, nice job. You are coming onto your right side. Onto your right side. So I'm going to flip over so you can keep seeing me, but you guys can just roll onto your right side. All right, and we're going to come all the way down onto that right arm. Guys, we're doing good. You're doing good. We're on time. Okay. Right arm, palm up, extended overhead. You're going to put your right ear on your bicep. Okay, now you have options with that left hand again. You can either have it behind your head, okay, or you can have it right in front of your chest. Now I'd love for you to do whatever you did on the other side. If this side just feels so different that you can't do the same thing, that's okay. And just take a mental note of that, right? It might be something that we need to work on there. Okay, so your legs are extended off your hip, zipped up and long. Let's re-engage the core. So you're gonna find a little lift and length on your bottom waistline, okay? So that we're not just lounging out, right? You can feel the difference between engaging and just chilling, all right? So I want you to lift and engage, length on both sides. You can think about your top hip tractioning away from the skull, right? It's not gonna resonate with my kids at all, but you adults out there, it should. Okay, point your toes. Top arm is doing whatever it needs to do. I'm gonna bring it to airplane right behind my head. Okay, we're gonna start with those leg lifts. You're going to stay stacked with your hips as you lift that left leg just a few inches and bring it back down. Now your leg lift, right? It's only as high as it can be without anything else changing, without the waistline getting closer to the floor, without you rolling forward or back, okay? We're balancing. Now, what I didn't mention on the other side is that the bottom leg, okay, the one on the floor, can always bend forward a little bit if you need a little bit more support. It can always just kind of do this little bend, right? And that's going to give you a little more support. Everything else is the same, okay? And lower. 4 more. Lift and lower. Nothing else is changing. We're prepping to go into that deeper work, right, where we add the curl. Lift and lower. Last one. Lift and lower. Now let's add that little side flexion. You're going to curl that left elbow towards your left hip as you lift the leg and come back to neutral. Okay? Curl and lift. Your right waistline may touch the floor, okay, and come back to neutral. When you come back, I want you to find length again on that bottom waistline. Last 3. Curl and lengthen. 2 more. Our last one has that hold. Okay, and we're going to flex and point that toe again. Good. Next one. You're going to curl and hold it. Curl and hold it. Okay, don't lose your curl as you flex the foot and point the toe. Left foot. Flex and point. Good. Flex and point. Oh, I feel that left waistline. 3 more. Flex and point. Last 2. Flex and point. Last 1. Flex and point. And bring it all the way down. Good. Now, we're going to flip over onto our stomach. Okay, so we're getting into our last sequence here. Flip over. I want you to bring your forearms or your elbows back underneath you like you did before. Okay, your legs are hips width apart. Go ahead and turn your toes under. Good job, you guys are almost there. Okay, we're going to find that forearm plank just one time. Okay, so I want you to lift your hips, engage your core, and hold. All right, now, I want you to come to your knees, but I don't want you to do it just doing it. If you have to, you will, but I want you to try to walk your elbows towards your knees. So here we go. We're going to bend our knees as we walk our forearms back underneath our shoulders. You're in a 4-point hover. Bring your knees to the floor. And you're going to lift your chest and come all the way up. All right, you guys, we're on our knees. So that's a transition, right? Transitions start to get a little bit more advanced. If you just need to get to this point, you get here, right? You get here however you need to get here. But transitions do matter as you move forward and progress through your Pilates practice. So we are going to be in a high kneeling position. I'm going to turn to face you now, okay? So knees are hips width apart. This is your very last sequence. We're going to work in rotation here. You're going to take your hands, interlace your fingers, your thumbs are long, and we're going to place them behind the head. Okay, now your hands are coming to the base of your skull because they have a purpose there. I want you to think about tractioning your head towards the ceiling, okay, so that you get a little longer through the spine. That's the purpose. I don't want you to push the head forward. I want you to lift it up, okay? Your elbows are going to stay nice and wide, and I want you to think again about the belly button up and back between your shoulder blades, okay, and your ribs are closed and stacked over your hips. Okay, here we go. On your inhale, you're going to rotate to the right, okay, opposite what you're seeing in the camera. Inhale, rotating, but don't move your hips. Imagine I'm holding your hips nice and steady. I want you to rotate waistline up, and then exhale through center. Okay, that's challenging, right? Inhale, we're going to go the other way. You're going to go to the left. Hips stay forward. So I want you to think about that left hip bone reaching forward as you twist. Exhale through center, okay? Inhale to the right. We're going to keep alternating directions. Exhale through center. Use your breath. Inhale, rotate to the left. Exhale through center. Good. 2 more each side. To the right and center. Good. To the left and center. 1 more. Okay. Inhale to the right. Hold it. Exhale through center. Keep tractioning that skull up and away. Last one to the left and center. Now, right from here, I want you to reach your sitting bones, center of your glute. Sitting bones reach back for your heels. You find a little tilt of your torso. And then inhale as you rise back up. Okay? You're gonna feel your inner thighs, you're gonna feel your glutes. Last 5. Reach those sitting bones back. Try not to push the head forward. Keep tractioning the head up and away. Elbows are wide. Last 4. Reach the sitting bones back. They broaden, but your ribs move with your hips. That's why we tilt, right? That's the natural bone rhythm of the body. We want to move with those bone rhythms. Last 3. Reach back your sitting bones, your glutes. They reach for your heels. Inhale, rise back up. Good. Last 2, guys. This is it. I'm going to have you stand without your hands, but we got 1 more of these. Okay, opening the front of your hips all the way. Hinge. Good reach. Good. And then open up those hips all the way. Now I want you to take your right foot, put it underneath your hip. Good. Left foot all the way up. You're standing. Guys, give yourself a nice round of applause. That was 30 minutes of Pilates. I mean, for me, that's really short. That just really flew by. So I'm hoping it flew by for you. You guys did so good. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Okay. So before I start crying, I'm gonna let them go. But you guys did such a good job. I am gonna hang around for questions. So if you have questions for me, you can stick around. If you don't have questions for me, you do not need to stick around. Of course, if you just wanna listen, you can do that too. And Happy New Year. Good job, you guys. Okay, all right, you guys are free to go. I'm gonna stick around with them for a few minutes and see if anybody needs me. Okay. All right, you guys, how you doing? Oh wait, I still don't have a cursor. I don't know what's going on over here on the iPad. But Lynn, you're unmuted. But Shay, oh, that's right, she had to go. Okay.
Yeah.
And my mom's there too. Mom, you'd have to unmute if you have a question, but I highly doubt she has a question.
There you go. You just said it.
Hi Emily, we love you too. Aw. Oh, and here's Orbit.
Hi, Orbit. Skittles. We go to see Skittles.
I know. She's been sleeping on Ellie's bed all day. So,
Oh.
right? And Taffy's back. They're all
Ellie,
back.
that picture of you last night with Mom, you stunning young lady.
Aw. She had a little New
so
Year's.
pretty.
Little New Year's
You're
crown.
all dressed up in your New Year. Did you have a good evening?
Yeah.
Ellie?
It was nice. I think you enjoyed yourself. Yeah. We were in the neighborhood, so it was family friendly, which was so nice because we wouldn't have been able to do it without, the kids. Oh, what's this for? Oh, for the mouse. So where do I put this? Here? Isn't that horrible? Oh, thank goodness I have a techie son. Okay, and husband.
And husband.
If one's not here, then the other one is here.
But standing in the background, seeing JJ and Otto, I'm like, holy moly.
They're like, he's like a man.
Jay is so big.
And this is 12. This is 12. I don't know what's going to happen as we get. Honey, I'm not sure who's on because I can't see who it is. On YouTube, I can only see if they comment.
Oh, okay.
So, and the comments pop up, but then they go away. Oh, technology. It's still not working.
That was the shortest class I think we've ever taken.
Yeah, I did. and you're used to so much more. So if this is your first time with me, that was a taste, right? But Lynn is a regular, so she's used to a lot more. And my mother too is also a regular, so they're used to some brutal workouts in there. Let's see. Oh, look, we got Leo and Gigi and Ro. Oh, this is Zia. Oh, hi, you guys. Good. I'm so glad that everybody was able to jump on and join. And Mom, how was that for you?
It was fine.
Yeah?
Most of it, I just couldn't get up without my hands.
Okay, yeah. So the little challenges, like they presented themselves in different ways today is what I was hoping for at different times in different ways. So, and I mean, I don't know if everybody was able to see the kids too well, but they did take modifications. So when our legs were up in tabletop, both of their legs weren't up in tabletop. They couldn't hold it that there. And they knew that, right? They knew that. We had some struggles yesterday, but okay, technology.
It was a good flow though.
Yeah, it was a good.
And especially for people who aren't used to.
Yes.
That was a really good flow.
Good.
You did good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. I'm glad. I've tried to get a little bit of everything in there. And what I did tell people, this will go up on the platform. So if for any reason, not with all this chit chat, but just cut down to the 30 minutes. If for any reason you wanted to do this workout again and level it up, you can add weights, light weights, nothing heavier than 3 pounds. You can add ankle weights or wrist weights to it so that you can move with the freedom of your hands. But that will definitely take it up a notch. I did urge people to try to keep it low key today so you could just be really intentional with your work and kind of start the new year with that fresh mind. Because I'm always an all or nothing person, and I'm training myself to not be that person all the time. So
All
try.
the time, yeah.
Yes, I gotta go.
Okay, all right.
I gotta start dinner.
Okay, all
Right
right.
here.
Bye, Mom.
Bye.
Bye. Yes. So anyway, that was kind of my goal, my reason for not really encouraging any extra prop usage. But
Are you still live?
I'm live on you. I
Oh.
am. But you know what? It's so. I'm not sure who's there, but you can definitely talk to her after. All right. Let's see. Oh, hi, Roland. Okay. Good. Yay. No, well, you can't see them, honey, just their comments. All right. I am going to sign off on YouTube unless there are any questions from anybody, which I don't think so. They seem to pop up and go away. But I think I have my husband on the back end looking at, there we go. All right, you guys, this will be saved on, where is Orbit? Okay, there he is. This will be saved up on YouTube so you guys can see all the chit chat and you can also do the full workout. But I am going to sign off for you guys. Happy New Year. And I'll keep uploading stuff to YouTube. But if you need more from me, just check out the platform. Okay, Pilates by JessPFit.com. All right, you guys. Bye-bye. Bye, Emily. Bye.